UNICEF representative to Ghana, Susan Amondo Ngoni, has called for more action from government to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor in Ghana. UNICEF estimates 20% of the rich earn about 50% of Ghana's income, while the bottom 20% and only some 5%. In this report, Joy News's Prince Minka hits the town and asks what this means to some people of Ghana.
Over the years, there has been talks about the need to have government reduce poverty. But what does this mean to the ordinary Ghanaian who hears on time basis that a lot is being done to reduce poverty in Ghana? Susan Ngonji is a country representative of UNICEF. She tells Joy News a lot needs to be done by the Ghanaian government to deal with poverty.
The UN standard is living on less than $1.25 a day. And in Ghana, I think that corresponds to the number that is used is 3 cedis and 40 pesos.
Okay, that will still be less.
3 cedis and 40 pesos is not a very high number. So even for those that, for the 6.4 million that are classified as poor, you can imagine if you're living on 3 cedis and 40 pesos, it's still very difficult.
Good. So there's been much talk about reducing poverty. When you hear this, I mean, this is where you live. This is where you work. When you hear this, how does it sound like to you?
Oh, well, we are feeling fine, but this is the time we need money. We need money, and we need something. We need help our.
Okay, let me get really personal with you. I mean, this is it's 8:05 now, and I don't know. Are you going to go to work?
Oh, if we have work there's no work we have to do.
So you don't have any work
to do.
Okay, so how do you cope? How do you feed your kids? How do you feed your wife, your girlfriend? How do you feed your family?
Okay, everything is unto God.
Telling you, this is more like a mini slum, sort of something similar to Mensa Guinea or even Sodom and Gomorrah, and it's sprawling gradually. If you can see in my shots there, here people live here. These are wooden structures. People go about their normal business activities here. People sell shoes. People repair shoes. People sell all kinds of food for the morning, and this is how they try to make ends meet. But I'm trying to get more people so we could speak to them and briefly talk to them about exactly what it means to them when they hear effort by government to reduce poverty.
Into man paying no ye, and as I feed the Gogomati and Quamano. Until no more country, John Mama said. A man we had him. It's all 1 city count to be. I just talk at 5 city, 5 city, because I tell her to cry 50 pesos will be a baby a body. 1 touch into a man paying and shot. Now on your money, they are smooth. They never buy it. Mammy want to watch 1 city.
Very well. Thank you very much. So basically, this woman is saying that standards of living are high. It's quite expensive to live in Ghana. I mean, prices of goods and services have gone up, even if it's even difficult to buy a watch and all that. And she's saying that, look, being political, if nothing is done to alleviate poverty, they will use their thumb and vote out this current administration. Question is, per what we've seen here, the shots that we've given you, and the kind of living standards that are here, do people still say that Ghana is doing its best to halve poverty? Do people still say that Ghana is doing best to ensure that there's equity between the rich and the poor? Back to you in the studio.
Well, in business, energy expert Kojepoku is calling for a bipartisan national energy policy for Ghana. Speaking to Roland Walker on the AM show earlier today, Kojepoku noted this will hold parties in check to ensure Ghana has dependable energy in future.
Do you think that as a country, even though we know what it should be, we have a plan or a strategy towards it?
I don't think we do have a plan. You see, one of the problems we've had in Ghana in the past is continuity, okay? Policy continuity. Now, I don't think we do have a plan. You see, one of the problems we've had in Ghana in the past is continuity, okay? Policy continuity. Now, Honorable Boa is doing his best. You can see that he's very energetic, very visionary. He said, okay, look, let's do 5,000 by 2020 or 5,000 by 2016. That is good because he's showing that, look, this is my drive. But then what will be sad is that, touch wood, be it he's reposted, there's a reshuffle, or a new government comes in place. What happens to that vision? Is that same energy that Honorable has, is that going to be continued? Obviously not, because everybody also comes in with their new energies and also have a new direction. I think what the country should have, and it would help us a lot, is to have a concrete plan, like you said, a vision. If we are saying that 5,000 by 2016, that should be not Honorable Boa's agenda or Honorable Boa's drive. It should be enshrined, okay, that, okay, as a country, it is cast in stone that we want to achieve as a national policy.
That goes beyond the boundaries of political
office, or even not political, individual office, because you see, the civil servant, I always blame civil servants because I think they don't help their cause, in the sense that when a new minister comes in, every civil servant wants to sit there and look at him and see, okay, what did you bring? They don't push for what's already in existence in the ministry, okay? So, yes, if we want to have a direction, and we are saying 5,000 megawatts by 2016, yes, it sounds good. Is it attainable? That's a different conversation. But it shows that somebody is giving leadership and somebody is driving something. And when that is being done, what does it mean? It means that everybody is now going to work towards that.
Many others like you have wanted why the Ghana produces about 100,000 barrels of crude oil a day. It continues to import refined petroleum products such as petrol and diesel. It used to be the case that government said it wanted to market the country's crude oil brand and make it known as to the world's refineries because it was new. The Energy Ministry, however, now says the country's only refinery, the Tema Oil Refinery, cannot, in its current state, with its inefficiencies and crippling challenges, do the job effectively. That's the decision to enter into a public-private partnership with PetroSaudi in a bid to restructure the facility and make it or turn it into a world-class refinery.
Cabinet in 2010 set up a two-tier structure to develop and operationalize a public-private partnership approach for the restructuring and revitalization of TOR's business through a joint venture deal between TOR and PetroSaudi. TOR really has difficulty getting the lines of credit, the LC, to procure crude. We have to give the crude that we have as a state to TOR. But how much crude is it? 13,000 barrels a day. TOR produces 45,000 barrels a day. We know that 13,000 barrels, we can make a decision to send it to process at TOR right now. Now, the question we have to ask is that if you process it, are we really going to get that revenue immediately? Or we are going to have the losses that we have right now, which is the average losses for a refinery is 2%. It's currently at about 9%. So the argument that TOR is making, which I support, is that let's fix the structural problems and make the refinery more efficient, expand it. And those are the steps that I have described. I believe we have to do everything possible to make the refinery more efficient. And quite frankly, do what other countries have done. Make sure the value additions are happening here. Yes, we cannot wait to see the day where GMPC is working closely with TOR, giving its crude, being refined, and all of the value advantages right here, reverse in this country. But I believe that we have to first take all of the steps to clear the challenges that I see. And that is exactly what we are working with TOR to make happen.
Right, I'll be right back with some more, but just before I go, a quick reminder of what you should expect on GN Exclusive at 7 p.m. tonight. Have you wondered what's happened to the aquaculture business and why you haven't heard so much of it in your neighborhood? GN Exclusive has been exploring the aquaculture business and why it seems to have died down. I'll be right back with a sneak peek of that GN exclusive.
This is the home for the distilling of apoteshi.
For the past three or 4 years now.
This is our father's job that they left over. But nowadays the sugar, we can't do the job.
Hey, Sisi, Jai, your hand mupa dear, son of Juma agree there, at the Ayawa, Papa. Hey, but she is hot.
So let's check out what's in sports now here on News Today. Reports in the media suggest that the Ghana Football Association is planning to sack coach Kwesi Appiah if the Black Stars fail to beat Togo later today. According to reports, Kwesi Appiah will be booted out if Black Stars fail to subdue the Hawks in their Group G match to be played in Lomé. Appiah has a running 2-year contract with the Ghana Football Association, which was agreed on some time before the World Cup. Ghana must win against Togo to maintain any control at all of the AFCON 2015 qualifying group, following a poor showing at the weekend against the Ugandan Cranes in Kumasi. Should the former Ghana captain be axed, the DFA will have to pay a hefty severance package, which the federation is ready to pay to appease the local coach. Monday night saw the touchdown of the hugely popular Milovan Rajvac, who led the team to its highest international football achievement in the quarterfinals of the 2010 World Cup.